Welcome back to Black Expo TV. I'm your host, Brian G. Thompson. Today we are here with Constance Griffin, who is a writer. She is the CEO of Trinity 3 Business Solutions. And more than anything else, she is a person who's trying to make change in the community. Constance, welcome. It is great to meet you in person.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah,
appreciate you.
This is fantastic. So tell us first, we have so many things to talk about, right? Tell me first, what is Trinity 3 Business Solutions?
Well, it is an LLC. I have two companies under that LLC, or I say two things that I do with that business. One is in the legal space, and then the other one is with my writing. I am a first-time published author. And so that's right now is the mainstay for me is my book. I'm out there with my story, and that helps me to put it out there so people are aware of it. Because a lot of times if you're not a major publisher or author, a lot of people might not know about you. Yeah. So I'm out in the streets a lot. I'm in front of the room a lot. I'm getting exposure because of the Lord has given me that mindset to be out there. And just go for it.
You know, we're going to talk about the book, but I'm really curious how you got started. Like, you know, there's a lot of people that have ideas, right? That want to be, okay, you know, I should write a book, or I should do this, I should do that. But there was a moment where you just did it. And so I think it would probably help people to know, like, you know, what was the moment where you were just like, yeah, I'm going to do this?
Well, I've always been an entrepreneur. My first business was a mobile hair salon. And then I've had an automotive upholstery repair shop, which we pimped rides. I had worked with VDOT, which is the Virginia Department of Transportation. Then I had a stationery salon, a brick and mortar. My mother and I, she's passed on, bless her heart. But I've had several businesses. As far back as I can remember, I've always had a business. Even as a little child, I had a lemonade stand and a candy stand. I'm from New York, born in New York, raised in South Jersey. And of course, Atlantic City was like a stone's throw away from us, right? And so I would sell the saltwater taffy to the kids in the neighborhood because that's where we would go to the boardwalk and get the saltwater taffy. So I've always been an entrepreneur.
Just that hustle.
Right. So now when it comes to being an author, I wasn't planning on being an author because I was a hairstylist by trade.
Okay.
But COVID hit and I was sexually assaulted by a pastor, right? And I journal, that was my therapy, was to journal. And my journal said for several years, and just before COVID hit, the good Lord said, I need you to publish your journal. And I was taken back because I'm like, I can barely spell, right? And that was real talk. That was the conversation I had with the Lord. And he said, listen, if I can use Moses, he had a speech impediment, I can use you. He says, I need you to get it done now. And thankfully, I was obedient. I got it done now, got it done right then and there. Little did I know I would go through a divorce. So that book was my staple, was my support. That's how I was able to pay my bill and take care of myself. Because I was obedient, I reached out to a friend of mine who's a pastor. They have a publishing company here in the 757. So I told them what I was trying to do because the other publishing companies I reached out to didn't want to touch the subject matter. So my friend, she's a friend, and her staff got the book published for me. They got it published in 6 weeks. It would have been 4, but they had a couple of clients ahead of me.
Okay.
But that book came about because of what happened to me. So I'm speaking from my own personal experience, but now it's opened up the door for me to go and be in front of many rooms. I've been out to Atlanta several times. I work with the police department doing their crime prevention week out in Morrow, Georgia. Someone got wind of my story out there. And it all came about just because I was obedient to the Lord and had the courage after he said, listen, I got you. I need you to get this done. And so here I am today. I've done several what you call venues. I was with Hezekiah Walker. I was at a major event with Hezekiah Walker and 3 other artists, gospel artists, with my book. And that's church, right? That was a church event. So doors are starting to open for me. It was a faith walk. You know, they say do it if you got to do it afraid, but just do it. So that's what I'm doing at this point in time in my life.
I'm so glad that you're hitting that momentum, hitting that stride. You deserve it. Tell me a little bit about the book.
Okay, my book again is called Date Rape by the Pastor, A Wolf Out of Control. It just tells my story. It's not vulgar or anything, but it just tells what happened, right? It's an easy read. When I published the book, my mother didn't know. I have 2 daughters and a son. None of my family members knew, but I got it out there. And as I said, now I'm working in the community. I volunteer with the Sexual Assault Survivor Center. I was a volunteer, but because my plate is somewhat, has a lot of things on it, but not too much, but enough that I need to kind of step back from the volunteer work. But I'm still out there promoting that business, or at least giving people information, because a lot of people have been sexually assaulted, men, women, boys, and girls. They don't know about the free resources that's in the community. So I'm out talking to people. Along with my book, I'm always handing out literature. The literature it says, what is consent? So I give people information. It's not just about a book or the finances that I'm getting from the book, but it's about helping connect people with free resources. It's an easy read, it's a trifold, and these are the things that I provide when I'm out in the community, and also when I'm doing like expos and things of that nature. So it's about helping others and bringing healing and deliverance. A lot of times I get to talk to people and witness to them. Some people say, I don't want to have anything to do with the church because the church is yada, yada, yada. And I tell them, I said, you know what? It was a person. It wasn't the church. It wasn't God. It was a person. Yes, you have to forgive. And I know it's easier said than done, but I was able to forgive and move on. I got therapy. I did go through counseling. The Sexual Assault Survivor Center helped me connect me with some free resources. There are, again, resources in the community that I can connect people with. I can just give them the information and let them pursue. If they want to pursue it on the legal space, that's up to them. I don't pressure anybody to prosecute or go after the perpetrator, but I do get a chance to witness to them. So to me, this is ministry. I get to tell them, look, I still have a relationship with God. I still have a relationship with God. You can have a relationship with God. I don't know what that looks like for you, but God is still God. He's good. And a lot of people say he's all good all the time. And I had my experience. And what the devil meant for bad, God used it for my good and for the good of other people now.
Beautiful. Well, I, for one, I appreciate the fact that you are turning this into something that can be a positive for the rest of the community. That's what we're all about at the Black Expo. Tell people how they can get this book.
Well, I am on Amazon. You can look me up. My pen name is C.D. Truth, and it's spelled, the first name is spelled C-E-E, and then space D. That's the middle initial D, and period, and then Truth. That was a God-inspired name also. God gave me that. He said, my publisher asked me, what did I want my publishing, my book name to be, or at least my pen name. Sure. So I started to use my real name, but little did I know, because I had spoke to someone, and they said in the literary world, some people use a pen name. So God said, I talked to my publisher, and I said, let me call you back. I didn't want to be super spiritual, but I needed to pray about it. So I said, I'll call you back. I hung the phone up, and about 5 minutes later, the Lord said I needed it to be C.D. Truth, because for one, I need my people to see the truth. So my first name is Constance, so the initial C is from my middle initial, and then D, and then Truth. And I like Sojourner Truth's story, so I used the last name Truth because she was also a person that helped people through, right?
Yeah.
So that's how that name came about, and it was God inspired. So again, it's all about what He's doing in my life to help me to bring help and healing to other people that's in that space, or they may know somebody. It might not even be them, but it's someone they know. Yeah. And I've had a lot of people come to me and say, keep telling your story. I have men come to me. I have women coming to me. One woman came to me. She was about in her 50s, and I'm going to just get off my soapbox and make it real quick. She came to me because I was at a fashion show, and during the intermission, they had me come up and give a quick overview of my book and, of course, sell my books. The lady, there was a side room where they had light hors d'oeuvres. So I went in there to get something to drink. Nobody came in that room. That was amazing because there's probably about 50, 60 people in the room, right? No one came in there. And she came in and she fell in my arms, just bawling her eyes out. All I could do was hold her, console her, and pray with her. And she says, it happened to me. My husband want to know when I'm going to get over it. So what I did, I just told her, you might want to seek counsel. See a counsel. And then I told her how I got through my process. And a lot of times men don't understand, and sometimes women don't understand, because men are sexually assaulted too, and they don't talk about it. So I make it safe. It's a safe space with me. If they want to confide me, that's fine, but I will always refer them to some resource, be it a counselor, be it legal, whatever. But my thing is to connect them with resources that can help them through that process.
Well, you heard it here. Buy the book. It's on Amazon. And make sure you register for your free ticket to the Black Expo June 20th at the Hampton Roads Convention Center. We'll see you there. Black Expo TV. I'm Brian G. Thompson. We'll see you next time.